Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Rear Window from 1954. It's the fourth film in Alfred Hitchcock, the Masterpiece Collection. It's directed by Alfred Hitchcock and stars Jimmy Stewart and Grace Kelly. So far in this huge undertaking of reviewing my entire film collection, I have had the pleasure of watching more than a few of them, maybe 15%, with my husband. Either they're ones that he likes or ones I convince him he should see for the first time. I don't know about you, but there are few things cooler than being in the room when you introduce someone to a new film that really affects them. So it was super awesome witnessing him seeing this one for the first time. Hearing his gasps and exclamations at what he was seeing was really cool. Rear Window is great. It's really, really great. It's got a great performance from Jimmy Stewart. It's got a great performance from Grace Kelly. It's got a great script from John Michael Hayes, who was a frequent collaborator with Alfred Hitchcock. It's thrilling, it's chilling, it's everything you could possibly want. If you don't know, Jimmy Stewart, hobbled by a leg cast, is spying on his neighbors to make the time go by when he thinks he has caught one of them murdering their wife. Then he has to convince his girlfriend, Grace Kelly, a different friend who's a detective, and if all that fails, convincing himself that he was wrong. In any movie, we the audience can easily see the film through the eyes of the protagonist, but this time is unique because the protagonist is just as frozen in place as we are. When you watch a movie, you watch the action, but never, at least back in the 50s, were you able to interact with it. And Hitchcock puts his protagonist in that same position as he watches life through his back window, but is incapable of interacting with any of it on his own. I could talk about theory in this movie for practically hours, but I only have 3 minutes, so I want to point out that there isn't a traditional score to this film. It's all overheard noise from the courtyard Jimmy Stewart's apartment overlooks. Sometimes there's a musician playing music, but he's living in the studio apartment to the right and he's actually playing that music at the moment. It's a very cool trick that is just one of several Hitchcock used in the film, which I honestly wish I could talk about more, but we don't have time for that. We have just enough time for me to tell you that if you haven't seen this yet, change that ASAP. Now I'm going to give this film a well-deserved A+ and tell you tomorrow we'll be moving on to the next film in Alfred Hitchcock, the Masterpiece Collection, a funny little thing called The Trouble with Harry. See y'all then.